All right, and welcome to Tech Team 6 podcast. I am Miss Kimpson, and I am here with your Tech Team 6 podcast members.
Eldred,
Hibiscus,
Alley Cat, Rosa, Drippy Andrew.
And today we're going to talk to you guys about personalized learning here at Luella Middle School. What are the pros? What are the cons, if there are any, and how it affects us day to day? Okay, so let me ask you guys, what do you think personalized learning is?
Well, I think personalized learning is the ability to learn at your own pace, ask questions, and work in a comfortable environment.
What I think personalized learning is when you learn at your own pace and speed. Teachers make sure you can learn things on your own.
I think it's when education meets your specific needs. From our perspective, the definition of personalized learning is a learning experience designed for each student with their specific needs in mind.
I think that personalized learning is basically a student who learns at their own pace and what they want to learn at a certain time.
I like how you guys all mentioned the word pace because it does affect the personalized learning. Generally, from my point of view, from an educator's point of view, it's working to build or working towards each student's strength. So, everybody in here is different and we don't all have the same goals or the same interests or skills. So what I try to do is I try to give you a type of learning environment that's customized based on your skills and your interests. So for example, if we start talking about the water cycle may not be exciting for you, but maybe if I give you assignments that have things where you can either diagram the water cycle, make a rap about the water cycle, create a movie about the water cycle, or if you like collages or, maps or anything like that, then that'll kind of draw your interest a little bit more. So it doesn't take away from anything else, but I know here at the middle school, you guys have been working on this for a while, but it's also something that's done within the county. So what do you think are the advantages of actually having, a personalized learning environment?
With personalized learning, you can work at your own pace, and in an environment that is good for you, you can work with flexible seating, or you can sit in a corner by yourself and you can work in a group.
Do you think you work better like with having personalized learning, or would you rather just get the same assignment as everybody else?
I think it's easier with personalized learning because one, you can work at your own pace and everybody understands the information differently. So
I understand.
So what else? Tell me some of the other pros about.
You don't have to wait for your classmates to catch up on work. So if you're like a unit ahead, you don't have to wait for them.
So do you notice that sometimes when the kids finish before other people, what do they usually do when the kids are finished and other kids are still working? Play games. Okay. Do they kind of interrupt the classroom sometimes? Maybe. So then it kind of becomes a distraction. And you guys have something to help you with the personalized learning. You have a learning contract, right?
Yes.
Tell me about the learning contract. Like who comes up with it? What's on it? Do you guys make decisions?
We do make decisions, but it's like goals in the learning contract.
Okay.
Our teachers make it for a certain subject, like those teachers come together and create the learning contract.
And also there's different learning targets. So you have to master each one before you take your test or you do a level 3, which is like a project. And you have different levels to complete before you fully understand the unit.
Also in the learning contract, like it focuses on your goals, your reflection, what you think about personalized learning, and it focuses on what you want to do, not what other kids want to do.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Now, do you think it's better if you guys get to make the suggestions, or would you prefer your teacher to do it? So like if I have an assignment and I just give you 3 options, make a diagram, make a movie, or make a rap, is that okay? Or do you feel like if you were able to give input, you would be more interested and it would help you learn a little bit better?
Well, you could put some input in, but we don't want to give the students full control of what we're learning because
Mhm.
then it makes it difficult for everybody else to understand.
Okay.
And there's so many students in the room, so you can only get from a few, which is not fair. So at the same time, if your teacher makes it, they actually know kind of what each student needs.
So that kind of comes into play with knowing how you learn best. So do you guys know how you learn best?
Yeah, I feel like I learn like at a slow pace. I can't like rush my work, else I'll mess up. And yeah, that's how I learn.
I need visual things to see my learning, and sometimes I do it by myself, but I need directions from someone else to know what they want me to do.
I'm a visual person, so I would like need to see something before I do my work.
Yeah, same. Like I would like directions and the teacher shows what you have to do, and then you go ahead and do it on your own.
I like working by myself, so I'm a visual learner. I don't like people talking
Mhm.
like with me,
Right.
so I like to work alone.
Okay. So now let me ask you guys this. Do you see any cons, like any disadvantages to having personalized learning?
You may get really far behind on your work.
Okay. So like it could be too much given at once. So
Yes.
teachers kind of need to be aware that, don't overload it. Just, make sure it's all able to be completed within the same amount of time.
I feel like there could be some cons, like if you have a project and your teacher says you can decide what you want to do. I feel like you spend too much time deciding what you want to do instead of deciding what you want to do and doing the work.
Yeah,
And some
Yeah.
students take longer than others.
Mhm.
Not that it's a problem with taking your time, because
Mhm.
that's the goal of personalized learning, but some students actually take advantage of personalized learning and they take way too long so that they don't have to move on. And the teacher may need to move on to a mini lesson or another unit.
Okay. So what do you think teachers can do to prevent that from happening?
Have small groups with the other children.
Small groups. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And also, if they want it, since the students have different needs, they can make the work either harder, more challenging for them,
Mhm.
or easier for them, so it's easier for them to understand and they can move on.
And I'm actually glad you mentioned that because I know sometimes, for example, there are kids who finish their assignments, like we were saying earlier, first, but are they finishing it because they're not really paying attention, or are they finishing it because
they
it's
know
super
already.
easy and they already know it? So the assignment should be, a little different, maybe having them to create something instead of just filling out something. So, okay. All right.
Or maybe going deeper in the subject.
Excellent. So then it will be an extension project. So you guys, thank you so much for talking to me about personalized learning. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
When we come back next month, we are going to talk about bullying and social media and being a digital citizen. So this is Tech Team 6. Thank you. See you next time.